Hey everybody, welcome to the Akashic forecast for July 2024. I am coming to you live from Riverside Park in New York. So there's going to be some background sounds, background of people, possibly. And I do not yet have the records open, so I'll start the forecast in just a minute. For anybody who is curious about what the records are, if you're listening to this or watching this for the first time, I will explain once we get into the full thing. So do stay tuned. See you there. All right, hey everybody, welcome to the full forecast for July 2024. I have the records open. And before I go into what I'm receiving right now, I will just briefly explain, as I always do, what the records are for anybody who's new. The records are the memory and consciousness of everything that consciousness does, or another way to say it is the record of all of the activity of the universe, which includes everything internal to us and everything external to us. And every month I open up the records of the month ahead to see if there are any messages, perspectives, guidance to help us with what's going on energetically, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. So let me get started with July. And I, again, have just opened the records of this. I'm not using any notes. I'm just letting the records show me live for you what they want to show for us for July. So the very first thing that they're showing me is a gold crown. A gold crown on the head of a sovereign, a king, a queen. And they're saying to me that in July, there is a really strong opening for us to walk as sovereigns in our own experience, our own lives. Walk as sovereigns of our own moment, our own life. There is, as you all already experience, a lot of up and down, a lot of shifting sands in the big picture, both politically, economically, environmentally, climate-wise, weather-wise. And it's very easy to react in a kind of instantaneous lizard brain reaction to the changes. And there is another level to ourself that they're calling sovereign, the soul level, which can walk through this changing energetic time steadily, without the shifting sands knocking us one way or the other. And even if they do, we get right back onto our path. Again, there's this image of a sovereign with a gold crown walking through an emerald landscape, an emerald aisle of trees, not unlike this park I'm in right now. So we may experience a lot of activity, upheaval, change, and yet we feel that we are walking on an energetic mountain that is steady and clear. That is the feeling of sovereignty, self-sovereignty. There's a subtlety, or they're not saying subtlety, a suppleness, kind of velvety suppleness of this sovereignty. It's not positional, right? Sovereignty doesn't need a position to stand on or hide behind to be strong. It's like wind in the trees. The tree doesn't bow just because there's wind, but it does have a bit of a sway. Sovereignty is like that. And to feel that sovereignty, just breathe. Feel the arms, feel the legs, feel the feet. The body can instantly connect to this feeling by simply connection, by simply a sense connection right here, right now. And notice the feet aren't panicked, the legs aren't panicked, the arms aren't panicked, the thoughts may be, the emotions may be, but we, in our sovereign energy, know no such panic. Also in July, they're showing me that this gold crown has a lot of potential for wealth, potential for riches. So there's also a very strong possibility that some of us can experience an increase financially, and an increase in energy, and in riches that the heart knows, which is wisdom. Wisdom is the wealth of the heart. And in July, when we walk in our sovereignty, we walk in that still knowing mountain. We begin to receive conscious contact with the wisdom that is just under the surface of our activity. So, again, as things may pull us one way or the other, when we are just a little bit slower than all of that activity, just a little bit back-footed, feeling into that support of earth, of gravity, that still mountain of energy that we might call being. They're saying the soul, our self-sovereign soul. It will deliver wisdom to us, wisdom to the heart. So riches in the heart, but they're also saying actual material, worldly riches are also energetically available. There's a generosity to July, they're saying. There's a purple velvetyness. It's, again, about sovereignty. Yeah, they're showing me the scepter of the sovereign, which is strength and power that is not gained or earned or needed to be defended. It is the power of being of the soul. So they want to say that this sovereign energy is incredibly charismatic and attractive. So the scepter is a symbol of this charisma and attractiveness of sovereign energy. It's initially, at first, very attractive to our inner world, our inner parts, our inner self, all the different little selves and energies that populate our inner landscape that may be very reactive to all the different things that go on. But when this sovereign, self-sovereign soul energy, they're saying, is more apparent, those energies, those selves, those parts, just turn to it like filings to a magnet. It's irresistible. And they quiet down. They feel its strength, power, safety, and generosity. Isn't that amazing? So again, just to make conscious contact with that directly in the moment, breathe, feel into your contact with the earth, gravity, the ground. See how your natural being naturally resolves anything happening in the surface of yourself that might be out of balance. All right, that is the forecast for July 2024. Thank you so much for your time. I love sharing these little messages with you all, and stay tuned for next month. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.